Beneath the warm glow of the evening sun, the entrance to the massive property sparkled like quiet guards protecting a realm of incredible riches. However, on this specific day, the gentleman positioned at these gates appeared nothing like a wealthy tycoon. His worn blue uniform draped loosely across his thin body. His hat rested low over his brow, and his rough hands clutched the freezing metal bars as if they were the sole thing supporting him upright. To everyone walking past, he seemed just another elderly gatekeeper making an honest living for the day. Nobody could have imagined that beneath the deep wrinkles carved into his dark, noble face lived a gentleman who possessed more property than anyone could witness. Businesses across half the globe, and a soul that had been both gifted and wounded by life's decisions. This gentleman was Henry Aduale, and on this day his purpose was not about safeguarding the property, but about securing his only child's tomorrow. If you have faith in compassion, fresh opportunities, and the strength of recognizing individuals for their true selves, not for their possessions, please take time to like, share, leave comments, and follow Ness Corner. United, we can share tales that move souls and create positive change. Henry's strategy had formed over many weeks, each day bringing him nearer to the reality he required to discover. His child, David, was promised to a beautiful young lady called Naomi, whose charm could brighten any space, but whose soul Henry had not yet witnessed. He had observed too many companions lose their wealth and identity by placing trust in the wrong individual with their lives. Therefore, he chose an ancient but telling examination. He would pretend to be a struggling gatekeeper for 7 days, positioned directly at the entrance of the property. Naomi would someday arrive as his future daughter-in-law. Nobody, except his most reliable helper, understood this strategy. To Naomi, he would remain unseen unless her true nature showed something different. The initial day went by peacefully. Naomi came in a driver-operated vehicle, the sparkle of a diamond bracelet reflecting the sunlight as she emerged, her fragrance following her like a declaration of significance. Henry welcomed her with a respectful bow, but she never looked his direction. Her mobile device held more importance. Day following day, it became obvious that she hardly acknowledged him. He unlocked the gates for her every morning and secured them every night, through good weather and bad, without receiving even a single word from her mouth. Henry was not seeking impressive actions, just a small amount of compassion, but he discovered nothing. Then arrived the instance that would remain forever in his thoughts. Naomi had come earlier than normal, her crimson gown bright against the cream-colored walls of the property. She appeared annoyed, speaking quietly to herself as she moved toward the gates. Henry unlocked them, moving slightly to one side. Without any warning, she halted directly in front of him. A plastic container in her grip, the liquid within dark and thick. With a cruel smile that never touched her eyes, she poured it over his head. The chilly beverage soaked his hat, flowed down his face, and covered his shirt with embarrassment. She chuckled, a noise harsh enough to wound his heart, and departed as if nothing had occurred. Henry remained motionless. The uniform stuck to his body, and the shame did too. His thoughts returned to his deceased wife, who had frequently told him, "You witness a person's spirit in how they handle those who cannot offer them anything." At that instant, Henry understood his child was walking toward a future that might ruin him. However, Henry was not hasty to respond. He desired to be sure, to observe if this meanness was merely a temporary lapse or her true character. During the following days, he watched her secretly. She never said sorry. She never spoke kindly to him, even following that incident. Rather, she appeared to become more dismissive, more demanding. Henry's heart became sadder, understanding that the difficult conversation ahead would cause his child great pain. When the day of revelation finally arrived, Henry removed the worn uniform and put on the perfectly fitted suit that had previously been like a second skin to him. The gatekeeper had disappeared. The wealthy man had emerged. He called Naomi and David to the magnificent hall of the property, its marble surfaces shining beneath the light of crystal fixtures that had observed many generations of family meetings. David felt puzzled, not knowing what was going to happen. Naomi's eyes grew wide when Henry entered, no longer a bent figure at the gates, but a gentleman displaying calm authority. With a peaceful voice and eyes that noticed everything, Henry shared the tale of his week, of the gatekeeper who had remained invisible, not deserving of her notice, until he became a target for mockery. Naomi's expression changed from shock to fear, looking for words that would not surface. David's hand, previously holding hers, slowly moved away. The quiet in that hall was so profound it seemed like the walls themselves were paying attention. Naomi attempted to clarify, to justify her actions as humor or a difficult day, but the harm was already done. Henry did not speak loudly or embarrass her further. He simply stated that love without respect resembles a fortress constructed on unstable ground. The engagement concluded that day not with a violent outburst, but with the calm, firm reality of a test that was not passed. David felt his heart break, but eventually he understood his father's choices as an expression of love, not meddling. Several months afterward, he encountered someone whose compassion glowed even more brilliantly than her grin, a lady who, when meeting the actual gatekeeper of the property, shook his hand and expressed gratitude for his service. Henry observed them together one night, the sound of their joy resonating through the garden, and felt the heavy burden in his chest finally disappear. If this tale moved your heart, please like, share, and follow Kindness Corner so more individuals can experience the strength of looking beyond money and outward appearances. Before you leave, I have a particular favor to ask. Please write in the comments section below, sharing your opinion about this tale. Do you believe Henry made the correct choice? Your opinions are more valuable than you realize. Life has a method of showing the truth when we do not anticipate it. Sometimes the most significant challenges are not in meeting rooms, war zones, or educational institutions, but in the peaceful, apparently normal instances that demonstrate our true identity. Henry's tale is not simply about money or trickery. It concerns the principles that endure through time: compassion, respect, modesty, and the bravery to shield those we care about from danger, even when it causes pain. In a society where looks can mislead, it becomes simple to evaluate someone by their clothing, their vehicle, or their position. However, as Henry's disguise demonstrated, none of these elements can conceal or improve the genuine character of someone's heart. A compassionate spirit will glow regardless of the situation, and a cruel one will eventually show itself even beneath the most impressive facade. Many of us might never need to act like someone different to uncover the truth. However, we all encounter times when we must choose who we will be toward others. Will we become the individual who ignores someone who is struggling, or will we become the one who extends assistance? Will we make judgments based on our observations, or will we invest time to comprehend what exists inside? If Henry's experience taught us something, it shows that love without compassion feels empty, and respect serves as the real base of any relationship worth maintaining. Allow this tale to remind us that the smallest gestures, a grin, words of thanks, a moment of understanding, can hold more significance than any impressive show of wealth. If this message moved your heart, please like, share, and follow Kindness Corner. And in the comments section, share with us, have you ever witnessed someone's real personality revealed during an unexpected moment?